All right, this is going to be a lesson on Something by the Beatles. This was a George Harrison tune. So we're going to have a little lead riff to go with this intro as well, but we're going to start out with these chords. So we got an F to start with. We're going to strum that twice. And then we're going to do an E flat, which is 5, 3, 4, 3. And if that's troublesome for you with that up there, you can just kind of do this D shape on the 3rd fret and just don't hit the big one. So we got F, and then E flat once to a G. And that puts us into a C to start the verse. Okay, so one more time, we got the F 2 times, E flat, G, and then we start a C verse, 4 beats on that C. Pull the 1 out, and we got a C major 7. And then we're gonna have a C7, which is 2, 3, 1 open. Back to F. Okay, so once again on the verse, we got C 4 times. Pull the 1 out, you got a C major 7, looks like an E minor. Then we have C7 to F. And then we're going D major for 2, then D7 for 2, and then G for 4. Okay, that moves to our next part. This is an A minor chord. We're moving the bass down each time. Okay, so that was A minor to A minor major 7, 6th fret bass, to A minor 7, all 5s. And then this is like part of a D9 chord, 4 with the 5s. Okay, then we're back to the intro. Next verse plays out the same. Now here in this F, I've gotten written in the tab 3, 2, it's like a little walking bass thing. So you could strum the F chords, but you could also kind of add that in. Kind of combine those things, a little walking bass. And then we're going back to these chords up here. Now you could also go, these are two beats worth, but you could go. Okay, so that's just kind of 4 quicker ones. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and that'll make you a little more authentic to the record. Okay, then you'd be back to that intro. Okay, and I'm going to show you this little intro lead riff. So once the first chord hits, you go. Okay, so it starts with the 5 right after the F chord, and then 8 to 7 slide to the 5, and then real slow 6, 7, and that 8 right there would be that first C chord of the verse. So it's like. You might skip that to go ahead and start doing the verse chords. Okay, so once we have the second verse is done, we're gonna have that intro. Here we're going to the bridge. This is an A chord. So we do 1 measure of that on that A, and then we're gonna go A 2 more times, C sharp minor, 6, 6, 5, 4, F sharp minor, 4 with the 2s, back to A, D, G, and then we got this little riff. So straight down chromatic each fret there. And then we come back into the A. And then we're going to have the one that starts on the 5th fret of the G string. Then you're back into C, and you have the solo. And that C right there, we're going to have the verse chords behind this solo. Let's go ahead and get into this solo here. So we're going to have 7th fret of the G string, hammer into the 9, and we're going to that 8 on the 2nd string, back to that 9. So our first thing is we wait for the chord a little bit, and then we're going to go. So we did that same hammer, but we're going to slide this 8 into the 10 real quick. Then we're going to go up and back to that 9. So altogether we got next chord, next chord. So this time we're doing our hammer, and then we're doing a hammer here, 8 to 10. Back to the 8. And that's like a slide from 8 into 10. I recommend using this ring finger because then you got the first finger free for that 8. Then we're going to have a 10, 8. Up and back on that 10 to 12. 8, back to 10 on the second string. So all together we got. Okay, then we're going to go. So we got slides at the end of that. So we're going into the 10 to the 8. 2 8s and slide it. And then we're sliding into the 9 of the G string and hitting the 8 there. We're going to end on that 2 of the G string. So once again, we got. And then we're going to go 4 2 up to the 7. We're going to slide that 2 to the 7. So 4 2 7. 2 7s there. So we're going up into that second string, 10 to 12. So we got. So you go 7 7 7. Slide that up in there. Kind of slide it down. And then. So 2 slide downs, 12 to 10 to the 8. And we're going to go 9 8. So we got 8 here. 9 8 6. 12 11 10. So. And then we have this thing where we could do like. It's kind of hard to bend strings on this thing, so you could do this slide. I have it written out as a slide. It's like a kind of up and down, however you want to do it. It's a lot easier on a guitar because you can kind of bend those strings a little easier. So it's kind of 3 times up and back. That's 7 to 8 and back to the 5. You do it again, and then do it one last time. So that's kind of the end of the solo there. So this last riff, and then we slide into this 9, into the 8 on the second string, and then we're going to go. That's quick 1, 10 to 12, 8 10 8, back to that 10, and then we're back to that intro riff. And when this riff goes into that bridge with the A chord, you hit a 9 right there. Okay, so then we're moving on. We're finished with the solo. We're getting into another verse. C chord, major 7, looks like an E minor, C7, F, that walking bass thing, then we got D, D7, G, and then we got our coming up to the A minor. We got our intro. Now here it's going to go up to that 9, and then we have a fancy little riff. So that's 14 on the second string to 16, 15, 14. So it goes. We're going to the 9 here, and then up to the 14. And you could either end with an 8 or you could end with your C chord. Okay, so something by the Beatles. Let's take a quick look. So once again, the intro would go. You got your C, C major 7, C7. Once again, that was 2, 3, 1 open. You got your F. And like I said, when we get to these A minor bits, then All right, Something by the Beatles, George Harrison. Thanks for watching Damon's Baritone Uke Joint. Let me know if you have any requests, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot.